Hello hunters, Shaybar. It's me, Wolfwood, and I'm back with another build guide for you guys. But before we begin, like always, just a quick disclaimer. I make unorthodox builds, and the builds you will see on my channel are mostly non-meta builds. I'm just sharing ideas to the community. So without any delay, let's check on the build. Alright, so today I am sharing what could be the next meta build. So a lot of players may already have figured out this build, but here's the version of my build. Everyone should be familiar with most of the skills by now, so I'll try to explain the build as simple as I can. Alright, so here you'll see that we have a two-piece set from Gormagala and a three-piece set from Arc Tempered Raydao. The two-piece set from Gormagala combined with the Antivirus skill grants you 25% affinity whenever the passive skill is active. Then the three-piece Arc Tempered Raydao set grants you the Guts passive skill, which boosts your attack by 5% but lowers your defense in return. It also lets you survive one lethal hit. Weakness Exploit level 5 grants you 30% up to 50% affinity when hitting weak spots and wounds. Latent Power level 3 grants you 30% affinity whenever the skill is active. Maximum Might level 3 grants you another 30% affinity whenever your stamina is full. So with all skills active, this build will have 75% affinity on top of the Weakness Exploit skill. Then the Burst level 2 skill grants you plus 10 attack when continuously landing hits. Now, for my weapon, here I'm using the Snow Lion Jambias Sword and Shield with a negative 10% affinity, but with a relatively high raw attack and white sharpness. So I don't need to worry about the negative affinity since my build can take care of that. You can use other type of weapons with this build, and ideally what you want to use are weapons with a negative affinity that have high raw attack. So critical boost level 5 increases your crit damage to 40%. Offensive guard level 2 grants you plus 10% percent attack after executing a perfect guard. So the rest of the skills aren't that important anymore. So what's great about this build is that the attack buff you get from the 3-piece Raid Dao set has a 100% uptime. You also get affinity from both sets, which greatly helps dealing consistent crit damage with your combos and attacks. And finally, here's the decorations for this build. Alright, so that's our build for today. Feel free to modify the build to your preference. And if you find the video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching and hope to see you all next time. Bye!